news. Cylinder head is off. I thought I was gonna be able to take the cams and everything off on one side and then move over the other side and do that. But I realized that to get these guides off, the head has to come off because, well, on that side at least, because on that side, there were these pins screwed into the block and the only way to get them out was by removing the left cylinder head. So did that. We're gonna move on to the next side, but first, let's look at these pistons. They're dirty. They're really carbon built up and everything on them, but they're not horrible. Hopefully I don't need to get the block decked or anything, which it shouldn't. It should be good. Yeah, these pistons should clean up pretty good. I'm just gonna have to see exactly how you clean them properly without messing them up is all I'm gonna have to do. There is a little bit at the top of the wall here, like where the top of the compression stroke would be. I should be able to clean that up. Now, on this side, I'm gonna do the same exact thing I did on this side, which is take that head off, believe it or not. I haven't really gotten a good look underneath of this because I haven't wanted to mess anything up with those. And see, yep, these are gummed up bad, aren't they? This one you can tell was the one that was burning away. You see how dark this exhaust port is, these exhaust valves are here, and you see how things have got a bunch of carbon on them. These look like they were running like really cold. I'd imagine this one wasn't firing. I was probably only running on 7 cylinders. I wouldn't be surprised. Really, I wouldn't. So these look good. I can probably clean these up good. Welcome back to another episode of Speed Dream 770. Today, we're going to be working on creating a cold air intake for this unit here. I'm kind of bored, don't really have anything to do. I'm waiting on having some money to where I can order the stuff I need for the car because I'm about $1,100 into this unit here left. Just $1,100 left after all the parts I've already gotten. So I'm gonna start doing some fun stuff, you know, like I've been wanting to get my hands dirty with this unit again, and it's been a couple days since I got this off. Temperature has greatly changed in that couple of days though. I have a heater here because it's 39 degrees outside. Yeah, that's very un-Texas, so I'm not very happy about that, but what you can do about it? Not much. Can't do much about it. So it's supposed to get up to the 60s after tomorrow and stay there, so that's cool. So yeah, the goal of today is to remove these boxes here that silence this boy here. All right, so what they do is they're like mufflers. They take the air noise that happens in this hole from the intake induction noise, and it makes that go away. And we don't want that. We want to be hot boys. We want to be making noises. And another thing I'm doing is this episode would also include me removing the whatever you would call that, the filament or whatever it's called, inside of these catalytic converters. But hear me out. I put these things up for sale on eBay for $1,100 in hopes that maybe I might get that much out of them, or even $900. And no bites yet, but I need to get this plastic piece off here, and I don't exactly know how you would remove that. Yeah, I can just take it off without breaking it, hopefully. If I do break it, I can just fix it and paint it. All you got to do is say what you'd like to do, and then it'll happen. Cover is off. Just pull up on it really hard and then just lose Just get impatient with it. That's all you gotta do. And then it is glued on. It is in fact glued on. Some stuff came off. Some JB weld or something, and slap that unit right back on. And that's how she's gonna go. Here, well, I mean, we guess we can just get to start cutting, because there ain't nothing to it except for getting to it, brother. Tell you what. Alright, so there's no more mufflers inside of this air box here. It looks really nice. Like, it looks a lot better. I didn't do the best job, but I mean, like, it looks a lot better. I'm gonna sand this down more by hand, get rid of the rest of this, because what happened was when I was cutting, the plastic was melting, so a lot of the melted plastic just kind of rolled over onto right there, and it made it harder to smooth it out. But I'm gonna smooth it out and everything, and then we'll paint it with some, I'll get some plastic paint, engine bay plastic paint or whatever, or just engine paint, paint it black, I don't know, whatever. Now all I have to do is figure out how to plastic weld. So tonight, I'm just gonna worry about one side, depending on how long it takes me to figure it out. I'm just gonna work on one side here. Yeah, they'll just work on one side here. Also, I wanna get rid of that mesh. Don't know how bad this is for it, but whatever. So yeah, we gotta figure out how to plastic weld now. So I'll record a little bit of my first venture into plastic welding. This thing is coming out really good. You like melt a little bit, or what I'm doing is melt it a little bit, get a good glob of it, just like you would with like regular welding. Get a good glob of it, and then you put it down in there. You move it down to where you need it, and then you got a solid piece right there. Dang, this is easier than I expected. I could probably use a little piece of plastic as like a string of plastic as like filler rod. That is done. I mean, it needs sanded obviously, but that's as much as welding I'm gonna need to do with that. That looks really good, and it's on there, like that thing is on there. Ain't coming off. That looks good. I'm proud of that. So now with this one, let's get some of those pieces off. It might be a little bit more difficult because I'm gonna have to weld it to this. Damn, son. This unit's done, bro. Look at that. This thing is done, finally. Only about an hour later of plastic welding, and this unit is done. Look at how good it looks. Dang. This thing is fresh. All I gotta do now is like hand sand this here, make it look pretty. You know, that's good enough for me. Like, that doesn't need to look pretty. That's plenty good for me. And then this, I'm leaving off until I get some paint. I'm gonna get some engine paint, like heat resistant paint. I'm gonna do a transition over to Future Me when Future Me has paint. But until then, this is gonna stay exactly how it is in here. I'm gonna take that heater. I will see you then.
All right, this is Editing Bishop here, and he has came across a couple things. None of this ever happened, okay? So, well, this happened, but none of what I was just saying was gonna happen actually happened. Ever since then, I've been kind of stuck with these videos because there isn't really much more, well, there wasn't really much more I could do with this car after I had done what I had already done, because I had been saving for all the gaskets and all the bearings and seals and everything that I needed to be able to restore this engine. But since then, I realized it was going to be way more to actually finish this engine than it would have been to just buy a new one. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up just buying a new engine, and it should be here in the next couple of days. So that's where this car is going. It's going to get a new engine. This is proving to be a very prominent issue at the moment. I sold those because I was going to buy long tube headers. Those fell through, so I wasn't able to actually get the long tube headers, and then I bought a car with that money. But I wouldn't change that. Now I'm just kind of having a little bit of harder time trying to find these and find them not $2,000. So there might be another car coming to the channel temporarily as a parts car. So I mean, that's cool. That's going to be cool and fun. But that's besides the point. This video is over. There's only going to be one more video with tearing apart the car, I guess, as you would say, or tearing apart this engine. Now that I realize it's not really something that's going to go back together, I'm going to kind of cut it short and, you know, cut through that final bit, because it's really not very important. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Please stay tuned for the next couple videos, because this car is going to end up coming together really quickly, because there's not a whole lot of assembly to do except for just like body parts that I took off and stuff like that. It's going to be sick. Why is my hand the same size in real life as it is in the dang on the
I'm all in. Brody on the line, I'm tapping in. God out here pulling the strings for me. A girl on the line, she feeling me. Preoccupied by the motivation. Put in the time, pay the entry fee. Bro on the rise, yeah, he kinda nice. Inside of my mind, no one's real as me. Lately, life has been gorgeous. Wake up to clear out my eyes, hit record. Praise up to God, I ain't chasing no.